You know, I just found out something that is really pissing me off now. I haven't been pissed off at any film in this franchise. Any of them. The fifth one gets a lot of hate. I kind of like that silly movie. Because that's the point. It's silly. This might be the first one that pisses me off royally. Because why couldn't we just get a sixth movie about him retiring after kicking more ass? And what am I talking about? I'm talking about Die Hard Year 1. The reboot prequel sequel. Yeah, that's right. Because Bruce Willis is rumored to return as an older John McClane in the present timeline. But from the way this movie sounds, he's going to be explaining what happens to him in 1979, 9 years before Nakatomi Plaza. You know, the night where John McClane was actually fucking created. And basically the plot of this movie is his marriage is still on the fucking rocks, even though he probably had just gotten married maybe a couple of years before, maybe, from their kids' ages. I'm going by how old the kids were in the movie, so I would say they'd probably be married for like 2 or 3 years by this point. But your marriage is going to be over, basically over before it begins, okay? I don't know if you're a detective yet. I think he's going to be an LAPD officer, or a New York City police officer or something like that. Okay, that's fine. Not one, repeat, one mention of what a villain is going to be. It's all drama-esque bullshit that nobody cares about in a Die Hard movie. Who is the bad guy? Who is John McClane going to be fighting in 1979? Who is going to replace Hans Gruber 9 years earlier? Because hands down, Hans Gruber is the best villain in movie franchise history. I probably would say Loki would be number 2. Maybe. It doesn't sound like Die Hard right now. It sounds like fucking half-ass version of True Romance, but without all the good shit put into it. What happened to the sixth movie where John McClane was supposed to do one more thing and then he's gonna retire, like Bruce Willis wanted the character to do? If you had to do a fucking prequel sequel, why not wait until the 7th movie to do this? You do this now, you're killing the fucking chances of ending Die Hard the way it should go out. In a retirement ceremony. For a fucking detective who damn sure earned it. I do not want to go back in time with Die Hard. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know who they're gonna get to play a younger John McClane, especially a 9 years younger John McClane. Because let's face it, John McClane was like almost 40, I believe, by the time the first movie came out. He was either almost 40 or probably in his mid-30s. So he's probably gonna be in his mid-20s now in this movie. Who are you gonna get? Only person I can probably see getting and putting the heavy makeup back on is Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Because Looper, he looked just like him. You do it again, you have a very young Bruce Willis. Unless you do the Marvel route and CGI a Bruce Willis head onto Bruce Willis, I guess. Make him look 9 years younger. It looked good in fucking Ant-Man. It's the only time a CGI head has ever looked good in a movie, period. This might be the first Die Hard I might actually hate. This might be the first one because John McClane wasn't created for another 9 years, though. Right? Am I wrong? Am I really wrong? Or what? You know? The only thing that might be remotely related to the first movie is when him and Holly had that fight at the beginning of the very first Die Hard, when they were trying to work things out with their marriage. And I think he said that we had this conversation back in July. If it ends in July 1988 or 1987, when they had that argument, that might be the only selling point, barely, to even check out the movie, just for that one little bit that happened the year before the event at Nakatomi Plaza. Other than that, this just sounds like a waste of time. I want to know what the bad guy is. I want to know what McClane's situation was going to be like. I don't care about his personal life until the fucking very first movie. You're going to create another This Is 40. So we're going to sit there and watch McClane and his wife argue for 2.5 hours, right? That's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like an action-adventure movie. It doesn't sound like a yippee-ki-yay motherfucker. It doesn't sound like a come out to the coals, get together, have a few laughs moment. It doesn't sound like a jerkweed moment. I don't know, maybe I'm just misreading stuff. Let me know what you guys think about Die Hard Year 1 down below. Do you like this idea? Do you not like this idea? Because I sure as hell hate it. See you guys later.